Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about literals. So literals are used to represent fixed values or self-defining values. So what do I mean by fixed values? So fixed values means let's say okay. So we have 1 or let's say 2.5 or a character, let's say B. Okay. So all of these are fixed values, or you can also consider them as self-defining values, which means these values are defining themselves. So one can, what do I mean by defining themselves? One can see these values. Let's say in your C program, whenever you encounter a value 1, you'll automatically understand that 1 is basically an integer. So whenever you will encounter 2.5, you will understand that it's a double or a float. Whenever you will encounter some character, let's say B, A or whatever, you'll understand that these are characters. So these values are defining themselves. Okay. So that's what self-defining values are. And literals are basically self-defining values, or they are used to represent self-defining values. So we are going to see every literals that C programming gave to us. So let's start with integer literals. So integer literals are basically a numeric literal, which means they are numbers. Numeric literal means they are numbers without any fractional part, which means they do not have a fractional part. For example, let's say 1, 0, negative 35. So all of these are integers, or you can say integer literal. They all are numbers, but they do not have any fractional part. Okay. In C programming, we have three different kinds of integer literals: decimal, octal, and hexadecimal. So example of decimal that we have already seen, let's say 0, 1, negative 39, 12, etc. So all of these are decimal values. Okay. Now, what are octal values? So octal values, or you can say octal numbers, are those numbers whose base is 8, and they are represented as, let's say, 021 or 057, etc. Hexadecimal are those numbers whose base value is 16, and they are represented by 0x 5b, or you can say 0x 3f, etc. So all of these are hexadecimal values. Okay. Now there are few things that you need to remember. Octal numerical literals starts with 0, and hexadecimal numerical literals starts with 0x. Okay, octal numerical literals have base 8, and hexadecimal numerical literals have base 16. And you might have aware about the decimal system. Like decimal, the base is 10. Okay, so these are three different kinds of numerical literals, or you can say these are three different kinds of integer literals that C programming gave to us. Now let's talk about floating point literals. All those numeric literals that have or has fractional part. Okay, for an example, 4.53, negative 7.20. You can also write it as negative 1.2 E, this is a caps E, 3. Uh, Now what this thing means, it means negative 1.2 into 10 raised to power 3. So here E3 means 10 raised to power 3. So whatever value that is written after capital E or caps E, it will be 10 raised to power that value. Okay. So these are some of the examples of floating point literals. Okay, so let's talk about the third type, character literals. So every alphabets, digits, special symbols are characters which are written in single quotes in C. Let me give you some examples. Okay, so alphabets being from A, B up to Z. Similarly for uppercase as well, uppercase A, uppercase B. So all of these values, or not values, all of these alphabets are written within single quotes. So you need to take care of that, because otherwise it will not be considered as a character. So for considering it as a character literal, you need to put them in single quotes. So all of your digits uh, from 0 to 9, all of these can be considered as characters. Special symbols like dollar, or let's say at the rate. So all of these are considered character literals. Okay, so let's talk about the fourth one, which is string literals. So string is a sequence of characters enclosed within single quotes. Sorry, not single quote, it should be double quote. By mistake, I have written here single quote. Alright, so string is a sequence of characters enclosed within double quotes. For example, in double quotes, let's say if you write A, B, C, or you can write world, or you can write underscore apple 123 at the rate. So all of these are string literals. So you need to take care of the double quotation as well, because we have seen for character literals we use single quotes, and for string literals we use double quotes. Okay, so you need to be careful about this. One more thing, that a space can also be considered as a character. So if I write something like this in within a single quote, if I write like a space just within those single quotes, there is nothing, there is only a space, then this space uh, is also going to be considered as a character, a single character. Okay, so you need to take care of these as well. Alright, so thank you. That's it for the literals. I hope you will able to understand this. Thank you.